Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Alive. Number, where we at? 260? I think we're at 260 now. Yeah, for this Monday, February 16th. I'm your host, Rod, here in sunny Philadelphia. Can we get the Philadelphia cam? Oh, it's frozen. But you do get the frozen picture of Philadelphia. That's how it looks maybe 2 minutes ago when it was actually live. This is the show where we talk about tech news, talk about eInk news, talk about random stuff throughout the day. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I'm the host, and I'm here with my co-host here in the chat crew. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got SeeDance, we got Mr. Mike here today. Thanks for coming, Mr. Mike. We got Jay in the house today. Who else we got? Rob as well, always. Thank you guys for being here. And we got Aaron. Appreciate you guys for being here today. Good morning. On this President's Day. That's the only holiday we got to talk about today. It's just President's Day. We chilling today. That's in the title. We got it. We chilling. That's all we doing today. Chilling. What do we got in the chat here? What time is the show supposed to start? My fancy Galaxy watch says it's 9. It's right now. It's 10:12 or 10:15. The old school crew is here. The word, no doubt. I appreciate you guys for being here. Like I said, this is the federal holiday show. We just chilling. I expected all of y'all just to be at home still in the bed sleeping. I was just going to do a show and just talk about random stuff, but I was like, you know what? I wasn't even going to do a show, and I was like, you know what? I got to talk about the nib today because I got it figured out over the weekend. I told you guys, I'll stay up all day. 72 hour. I wasn't lying. I pulled it. We got it done. I'll show it today. We're going to do a test on the demos never work out well. Okay, we're going to do a demo anyway. We're going to do a break test demo of the nib to see if it will stay in the sleeve and see if the sleeve will stay intact after we've broken it. Now, I already have tested it. I know that it will, but we're going to test it on live in a different section because I only got one. We'll see. You'll see. What else we got today? We chilling. Dogs boost your immune system, it seems like. There was a study came out that says dogs boost your immune system by exposing you to the nastiest of the nastiest things. They expose you to nasty stuff. Your immune system reacts to it, and then you get some immunity benefits due to it, or further down the line in your life. Presumably, this is happening when you're a kid. Contact with dogs, contact with cats, house cats, not so much. Not so much. Cats aren't as disgusting as dogs are. Well, I'm lying. They are. Cats can be nasty too. I ain't gonna lie. They can be, but on average, cats are just cleaner, so they don't have as many things going on, right? I mean, now I don't know if that's what the study showed, but cats have less things going on, so they don't pass that immune efficiency to your body as well as dogs do. So if you're a dog owner, your immunity is probably better than mine. Way better. What do we got in the chat? Happy President's Day, everyone. Absolutely. Happy President's Day. You must be very tired. I am tired. You see the bags under my eyes? Do I have bags? Oh, I don't. But my hair is, what the hell is going on right here? That was supposed to be a curl, not a fro. Get in the shape, curl. You curl up. You stop being a fro. I wore a fro when I was a kid. Oh man, my fro days were the worst. Meanwhile, cats just give you Toxoplasma gondii. I don't even know what that is, but it does not sound good. It does not sound good. Works for me. I need more dogs. Yeah. All right, what else we got here? Let's get to the tech briefs, everybody. My hunter tries to clean my teeth in the morning. Vet says it's expected pack behavior. That's wild. What do we got here? We only got two texts. Listen, again, federal holiday vibes. We chilling today. We got two stories to talk about, okay, in the tech space. One of them is the really only thing that we really need to talk about. The other one is just something I want to ask. What do we got? SeeDance. Has anybody seen this Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise video floating around? You know what? When I first saw this, okay, can we play the video? Is that a copyright strike? You know what, chat? Do we care about copyright strikes here?
ByteDance pledges to curb AI.
Oh boy, that was something else. Anyway, if you've seen the video, so no worry of copyright strikes. If you have not seen the video, it's basically Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fighting. It's an impressive fight scene. That's how I knew it was fake. I'm like, neither of these dudes can move this good. I thought, man, my first thought was, oh my goodness, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in the same film, and they fighting on top of a building what looks like New York City. I'm like, listen, I'm in. Sight unseen. I don't even care what the plot is. Storyline, nothing. I don't care if they have two words. They fighting. That would have been such a great movie. I would have wanted to see that. Sanchez, good morning. How's it going? I would have wanted to see that movie. But anyway, the tip-off was that they were fighting too good. I knew that either two things were true in this, or one of two things was true in the situation. Either A, they've had a bunch of CGI done to make them look like it's them and they're moving, or B, it's AI. And then it hit me. What is the most plausible solution and the easiest solution? AI, and that's exactly what it was. So let's talk about what the backlash was after Hollywood got a wind of this whole thing that SeeDance was doing. And from what I understand, the SeeDance video generator, it's a video generator. We'll get into it by ByteDance. From what I understand, it's really good. If it can make a scene like this, it's definitely good. I didn't check out the sound that much though. I don't know how good it does with the sound department. But it must have been pretty good with the sound because initially I thought it was a trailer. And then I thought, no, this is too good to be a trailer. This is definitely CGI. Okay, then you know what? This is AI. Getting into the details. ByteDance, the Chinese tech giant known that owns TikTok outside the U.S., said it will strengthen current safeguards on its AI video generating tool, SeeDance, following threats of legal action from Disney and other Hollywood studios over the use of their intellectual property in short-form videos that are taking over social media. SeeDance 2.0 has caused an earthquake in the West after the latest iteration of the tool has seen the rapid creation and proliferation of hyper-realistic short-form videos featuring some of the world's biggest movies and TV stars, as well as characters from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and other popular franchises. Such has been the spread of SeeDance videos that Hollywood has been quick to fire back. On Friday, Disney sent a cease and desist letter to ByteDance over the infringement of its IP. The reaction from other major Hollywood organizations has been just as swift and vehement. The Motion Picture Association, which represents the studios, has demanded that the tool immediately cease infringement activity, and the actors union SAG-AFTRA accused SeeDance of blatant infringement. Added the union, the infringement includes the unauthorized use of members' voices and likenesses. This is unacceptable and undercuts the ability of human talent to earn a livelihood. On Monday, ByteDance told the BBC that the company respects intellectual property rights, and we have heard the concerns regarding SeeDance 2.1. We're taking steps to strengthen the current safeguards as we work to prevent the unauthorized use of intellectual property and likenesses by users, the company added. But it's still unclear what the current safeguards and how they will be strengthened. This is just going to be a thing. This is just going to be a thing as long as people are using AI as a generation tool. It's generating something from nothing. This is, especially when it's art, right? This is going to be something that we're just going to have to deal with in the future. I mean, I think ultimately what's going to happen is, and this is just my opinion, obviously, right? But what I ultimately think is going to happen with situations and technologies like this is that the managing agencies like SAG-AFTRA, they're going to make deals with AI companies for the actors that they cover, right? That's just going to be inevitable. They don't know how that looks right now, which is why all the friction. But once they figure out how that's going to look, how benefits are going to be paid out to the actors, how the likenesses and voices are going to be handed over, what the legal ramifications are for using those likenesses and everything outside the boundaries of what's set in whatever contract. Once they know what it's going to look like, I think that's ultimately what we're going to see here. We're just going to see the agencies making deals with AI companies because I think this is an unstoppable train. The tiny fiddle is playing for the rich Hollywood stars. Yeah, I mean, and I don't see that in a bad way. I still think you need them, right? Because who are they going to model these things after? I mean, think about it. If this were just two random dudes having a fight that someone created with AI, no one would care, right? But it's Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, so I think the name is still going to mean something, and even to get a name to mean something, you have to put in some form of work, right? So I don't think actors are going away. I just think we're going to live in a new world where actors are going to have a name, but they're also going to license their likeness out to companies like ByteDance for monetary gain, for them to do things like this, for them to do things like this, or for the people who are using their platform to do things like this, right? We need their faces, right? That's what I'm saying. And their faces have to be recognizable, and they have to have some clout behind them, right? And the only way to do that is to put in the work. So I don't think actors are going anywhere. I just think that they're gonna be put in a situation where they're gonna have to make a deal, and I just think that's what's ultimately going to happen in this situation. What else we got here? Next thing is, how do you use AI? And this kind of goes into the next thing I'm going to talk about really briefly. How do you guys use AI out there? Are you guys using AI to generate stuff? I know how some of you are using AI because we've talked about it here on the show. And you guys know how I use AI as well. I use AI as a tool, right? And I use it as a way to do something that's mundane, that takes a lot of time, but not a lot of creativity to do. Or one one example would be how I prepare for the live show, right? One of my uses of AI there is saying, hey, I've written out a script for this live show. And instead of me going in and creating tags and creating hashtags and creating a lot of the documentation that goes into the description of the show, I have AI. I have a written out script that I've tested over months and tested and then revised and reiterated to where it does what I want it to do. And it just makes tags, it makes hashtags, it makes descriptions, it makes all those things that would take that it's taking from my information to make. So it's not just generating it out of thin air. But it saves me about an hour of time, honestly, at least. So it took me a lot of time to get the prompt to that point, but it's just like, making any prompt or program or script, right? It's going to take time to do it, but once you do it, it's going to save you time in the long run. And that's one of the ways that I use AI as a tool to do things that's going to save me time. Are there unique cases you guys have for using AI out there? Are you using it to more generate stuff? Or do you find yourself using it like a tool, iterating on information that it's gotten from you? What are you guys doing out there? I'm a pretty heavy Claude Code user and also use Claude Web to plan out projects. Claude just signed a deal with I don't know what education agency they signed a deal with, but they signed an education deal to where they're going to be writing writing a lot of the programming criteria and criteria for classes in a lot of community and junior colleges around the country. So I thought that was very interesting and very cool. And they're doing it for free. I'm a pretty heavy, what else? Jay has it. Also use local hosted AI for rectangular files for work. What does Aaron have? I use AI to edit my thumbnail for YouTube videos. Okay. Well, that's a use case that I haven't gotten into, Aaron, that I want to get into. I want to get into having AI help me not only with making the thumbnail more interesting, but giving me ideas of what would be an interesting thumbnail, so I can kind of like put it together. If you're heavy, I can help with intermittent fasting. Heavy Claude user. All right, so but that's just one of the ways that I use AI, and I bring that up because this next story that I'm going to talk about is eInk related. So let's go ahead and go right into the eInk topic. All right, so Sheen says, in dentistry, we use it to overlay diagnosis marks on x-rays to patients see what we see. I've had chatbots for websites and receptionists now as well. Dentistry use it to overlay diagnosis marks on x-rays. Oh, that's cool. I guarantee AI can do some crazy good analytics in the dentistry profession, especially if you're making making retainers and things like that. Just data points, analyzing data points. I mean, it's going to be able to point out things that, it would take weeks, months to see by a human, going over all kinds of data. And it can do it lickety split. Aaron says, I upload photos to give the prompt, and now I want it to, or how I want it to look. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, I don't need intermittent fasting. I have GLP-1RA for that. Word. I use Copilot and Notebook LM for research. Well, if you use Copilot, you're going to like this next story I'm going to talk about here, which is going to be using Notebook LM on eInk devices. Now, this is not something I ever thought about using. So when I saw this story, I was like, wow, what a bombshell of a thought. Is this new to you guys out there, or am I just the idiot that it's new to right now? Have all of you already been using Notebook LM on your eInk devices? man, this guy's using the GOAT right here. He's been using the GOAT 10.3, and I can't wait to try this out, chat. Think about it. And I thought about this, and I'm like, man, this is so beautiful. If you put Notebook LM on your Boox device, all of your notes it has access to, right? It can pull sources from those notes, and it's only working on the sources that it has on your tablet. I'm like, that is so elegant. That is such a beautiful solution to my problem of having to export documents or have them translated first, have them exported into Drive just to have AI work on them and give me some analytics on that data. I can get analytics on the data right on the device that I'm writing it on. Mind blowing. Sniper shot from 500 yards. Okay. Cross tip. Okay. We not playing no games. Mind blown. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to download it now and just see what it does. Notebook LM for eInk was an original inspiration for rectangular file. The problem was Notebook LM didn't have access to anything, so maybe I need to read this article. Maybe this guy figured something out. Yeah, and that was the beautiful part to me was that I read through the article and it can't access files. It's not going to be seamless, right? There's a couple of things you're going to have to do. But I did link the article in the description of the show. So if anybody wants to get some tidbits on this particular process right here and how it was done there, the article's in the article's in the link in the description. But such an awesome thought. I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to go down that rabbit hole to see what it has access to, like Jay just alluded to right here. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting. Definitely gonna be pretty interesting. All right, next thing we got up on this is gonna be a short show today. Short show. Next thing we got up here is going to be this thing right here. So I've been working on this for a very long time. I've been using, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna show. Oh, this looks crazy. Do I even have any? Oh, I do. Okay. Do I have any in here? No. Oh, chat, what did I do with them? Okay, so we're going to. Oh, here's some. And I actually think I have more. 1 second, chat. Oh, I do. Okay. I actually don't think these are it. And they're not. Okay, never mind. Or we'll put those to the side. So, what I wanted to show was how I do things now. So I've got my nib sleeve figured out. So I finally got measurements down. I finally found a material that I like. I'm still honing it in and perfecting it, but as far as getting something that I like, this is gonna be good. So can we? Oh, we can. Let me get down here. Okay, can we see? We can kind of, can we? Oh, Sony's not doing me any justice today. So, this is right here the nib that I do for the crystal nib right now. So it's basically a Lamy sleeve for the EO pointer nib. So it's a plastic nib, and you have to cut it open and get the rubber out, and then you can insert whatever you want to inside here to work with it. I don't like that solution. It's not an eloquent. It's not an elegant situation. Eloquent at all either, or elegant. It's neither of those. Because of all that I have to do to get this going, and I have to buy these right here, and I don't particularly like the shape of them. I thought I could do a lot better with the shape of the head on this particular sleeve right here. So I set off to create my own thing, and I haven't found one that has worked yet until now. So, this is, oh, we can't, because it's, oh, there we go. Was it, Sony, why are you not focusing? All right, I'm gonna have to change the lens on this camera today. I don't like the way that it's looking right now. It's not looking good at all. All right, so anyway, this is the one that I'm going to use right now. And you can't really see, and I'm so mad you can't really see the difference on this here. I wonder if I go down a little more. Oh, this is, chat, that's as far as I can go. Oh, and I think I know why it's not sharp too. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Can we see this? There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Okay. So this is the shape that I've come up with here. And I think I've shown pictures of this already too. I wonder if I would take a quick picture and post it. Will it show up? It will. Let's take a picture real quick. Oh boy. All right, we'll see how long that takes. Anyway, so I gotten this the shape down. Oh, I have another eating topic. All right, definitely, Jay. We'll get to that. I didn't even check in the chat. I have another eating topic. It's weird to me that no one is talking about the tab OGC. Yeah, I saw that in the Discord. I think that's interesting too. We'll definitely talk about that for sure. But yeah, so this is it, and I finally got. Whoa. Sony, what is Sony? Why are you? There we go. Okay, so I finally got one that works, and as long as I need it to be, and it covers the length of the actual nib itself as well. So, but anyway, let's take a look at me using it, and then we'll break one. We'll break one to see what happens when it breaks. Here we go. We'll put it in here. This is me putting it. It's going into the Lammy here. So I'm using the AL star. Oh, whoa. All right, I'm definitely changing this lens out. This lens is not very good. Almost want to change it out right now, but we'll do that today. It'll be better tomorrow. All right, so we're putting it into the Lammy here, and we're gonna use it on the Supernote. And this is big. This is big for me, not because we haven't seen the crystal nib work, but because we've never seen the crystal nib work on a we haven't seen the crystal nib work on with a sleeve that I made myself. So, well, we have actually. I've sent out the stone nibs I sent out were with sleeves that I made. The problem with those sleeves were the back had to be exposed on those, so they weren't as secure. And the material was super brittle. And that's one of the problems I'm trying to solve, which is the reason why I haven't started selling those, because just the response I was getting back from the testers was that it was kind of brittle, and a couple broke. So I'm like, okay, I don't, and I saw that for myself too, but I wanted to see what everyone else experience would be, which is why we test. So I went back to the drawing board on the sleeve to change the material and to change the shape, to make it better in every way. So anyway, let's check it out. So this is the crystal nib with the new sleeve in it that I've created here on the Supernote. It works flawlessly. Bigger. And I like that it's, like I said, the shape I changed because I wanted to make it more secure in the barrel of the stylus. But it works really well. And yeah, I like the way it looks too. Can we? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's doing its thing. There we go. So I like the look of it. I'm really impressed with it for sure. Dang. Okay, now we're getting somewhere with this lens. Okay, so I see I gotta pull this lens down a little bit, but I don't want to have to do that. I'm gonna change the lens anyway. But I do like it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take it out. Can I take this out with my fingernail? Yep. All right, so we're gonna take this out and we're gonna put it in the remarkable pin. To show that it'll fit 2 pins from 2 different companies here. So we got it's gotta there we go. Okay. So we got the remarkable pin here with the new nib. We're gonna put that in here. All right. And we're gonna use that on the Supernote as well. Okay, let's use the other marker first. All right, so there's a couple things I like better about this one. There's a couple things I like better about this one over the previous one. And one of the things I like more is the fact that the material is such that if the nib breaks inside of the nib, or the nib breaks inside the sleeve will hold everything together. So you can extract it from your stylus without worry. You can even continue to use it because it won't snap and break off. It'll snap and hold together. So that's one of the benefits of the new material that I'm using as well. So let's take a look at that. Is the new nib up for sale? No. These nibs right here won't go up for sale until I make the Pixel Orange website, which is coming online. As soon as I can make enough of these in different colors to take pictures to put on the site, that's the hold up now. I've been waiting to create the nib because that's going to be the feature of the site. That's going to be the whole reason of the site is the nib. I'll sell other things on the site too, but the nib is the main thing. So once I have pictures of this new nib that I'm creating right now that you guys see, I'm going to once I have pictures of this, I'm going to put those up on the site and then create the site around that. So these aren't up yet, but they will be. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to take this one out because I love this one, but we're going to take one that works. It's not as perfect, but it works. So let's take a look at this one right here. So this is the Lamy right here with same type of nib, same crystal nib, the new version that I have right here. But the thing is about this one is I'm not sure if you can see it. Probably not. But this one's actually broken. Maybe I can show it on this other camera. Oh, Sony, catch me. There we go. Good job, Sony. Oh, Sony, where are you going? All right, so I'm not sure. Yeah, you can. You can see it on this camera. Okay, so you can see on this camera that this is actually broken already. Whoa. I broke this nib already just to test it. So like I said, I've tested it already to see if it would survive me snapping it and seeing what would happen. There we go. And seeing what would happen to this nib if I snapped it. And yeah, I did snap it. You can see the break right there in the middle. I snapped it and it still works. And it didn't come out of the nib or the sleeve. It stayed in the sleeve. So the point here is that if this breaks, it's still going to hold together. That's the point here. It won't snap in half on you, or the head won't snap off and you can't extract it from the stylus and that. So I'm going to go ahead and show that this snapped one that's already snapped in here actually works still. I'm going to put this in the Lamy. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, maybe not. There we go. So you can see here that the snapped one works still. Let me see. There we go. So if something were to happen to it and it snapped, as long as the tip doesn't snap, as long as the tip doesn't snap, you can still use the nib. And more importantly, you'll be able to extract it from your pen if something were to happen to it. Now, what I want to do is test the tip out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to snap the tip of this thing. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to try to snap the tip right here. not sure if you can. I wonder if I can get the microphone to hear this. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Can we see it? There we go. Okay. So you guys, I don't know if you guys heard that pop, but you can see that it snapped right at the head there, right? But it's still together. Let's put it here. I'm not sure if you guys did hear that, but I'm sure you can see the deformation that happened, right? Now I'm going to try to pull the head off. So the head is still intact. Even though I snapped it at the head, the material is holding the nib and itself together. Couldn't hear a pop. Okay. Can you guys see the deformation or can you guys see the snap though on the head there? Yep, yeah, you can see it right there. Yep. So there's two breaks in it now. One in the middle and one at the head there. So what's that one made out of again? So it's I've been working with a concoction. It's a mixture of two different resins. So because I could not find a resin that was tough but not brittle, and tough but not like wobbly, flexible like rubber. You know what I mean? And this is the material. So I had to take one really tough material, and then it's a Tech, and I'll go over that on a Rants About Making live stream. I'll go over that there on what that means. So let's see if we can hear this pop. No, probably not. But I'm breaking it all over the place. So the point is, I like the material because I'm breaking it all over the place, and it's not breaking the sleeve itself. I'm putting enough pressure on the ceramic inside to break the ceramic inside. Well, can we? Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely changing this lens out. This lens is killing me. So I'm putting enough pressure on the ceramic inside. See, there's another break at the bottom. I'm putting enough pressure on the ceramic inside to break the ceramic, but it's not breaking the actual sleeve, so it's keeping everything together. And if any of that were to happen to this sleeve while you're using it, you'd still be able to extract it. No, this isn't a composite resin here. This is just a mixture of two resins that I happen to like. One resin was really tough. They call it the engineering mixture on the internet. Typically, when 3D printers print with Tech resin, they use a Tech blue tough resin and they mix it with a Tech tenacious resin. And I've bought both of those resins, and I had both of them on hand. I never thought about mixing them until I read about it on the internet. But when I mix them, you got to get the ratio right of mixing them. So I finally figured out a mixture of those resins that gives me something that's stiff enough and not wobbly, right? But durable enough to bend without breaking and hold together, right? And to make it clear, because clear is the toughest resin to print. Like, clear things are super hard to print. And I don't know why I settled on I wanted clear to be the first thing I printed, but I'm a glutton for punishment, clearly. Request, please call this the tenacious nib. You know what? I have to name the sleeves because I'm going to sell the sleeves for people who want to just put their own ceramic in them. And if you have ceramic already and you just want to buy the sleeve, like right now I have, like up on the site, I have already, let me see this here. up on the Rants About Tech website already, I have the nib sleeve here, right? And this is just a sleeve that I didn't make this. This is just the one that I cut open, took the rubber out, and I'm selling that hollowed out sleeve on the site for people who are having a hard time doing it themselves. A lot of people want to do this DIY. They want to do it themselves. And for those people who want to do it themselves but can't get the rubber out of the nibs easily and without breaking them, I've done that for you, and you can buy those on the site. But I'm going to also sell these as well. And I may just replace those on the site with these once I get everything settled and together. But Tenacious would be a good name. I didn't think about that, but that's cool. But the website is gonna be so awesome. The idea I have for the Pixel Orange website is so awesome, you guys. I'm gonna have descriptions of the materials that I'm using and how I created it, and what resins I'm using, so you can research those things and look at those stats yourself. And I'm gonna have certain select stats on the site as well, and people will have a choice to pick what style of nib they want. The colors will be different too, but strengths, characteristics can also be different, especially when we get to the actual nibs themselves, not the sleeves, but the nibs. I'll be making those plastic as well. So for people who want to buy those for Supernote, or not Supernote, but for remarkable devices, and devices with like glass screens, I already have a material in mind for that. I think we talked about that already. The wood stabilized. Oh my goodness, I'm coming across so many awesome materials that I don't know. It keeps me giddy every day, just researching stuff. But anyway, that's the crystal nib. So I finally figured out the sleeve. The sleeve is, I'm loving it. Anyway, let's put that back in there. Let's go ahead and take that nib. So this is the nib that we broke all up into pieces here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this top camera here, so we can get a better look at it. So this is the nib. Oh, Sony, catch me, Sony. Oh, there you go. So this is the nib right here that we broke, and you can see all the breaks there. This is the nib we broke into multiple spots. We're gonna put this into the Lamy now, and we're going to go ahead and see if it still works. All right, it still fits. Let's go ahead and see if it still works. There we go. So it still works. So the point, I guess the point here is that this material is going to make the crystal nib even more durable and more suitable of an option for a lot more people, that you can suffer a break along the shaft of this pen, and it's not going to just snap on you inside your stylus. You'll still be able to, right now it's 3 snaps and 3 breaks in this, and I can still take it out of and one of those breaks is at the head, and I'm still able to take it out of the stylus. So it's going to make it more reasonable of an option for a lot more people. And he said, "I'll truly be amazed if this works." It worked. It worked. So I'm really happy with the material. I'm really happy with how this is panning out. So if a break were to happen to you, it's still something you can use while you get you another one, or while you replace it with something else. And more importantly, like I said, it'll be extractable from the stylus that it broke inside of, right? Even if the tip broke, right? So even if the tip of this were to break off, you'd still have the head here to pull the rest of it out of the stylus, right? So yeah, I'm super happy with this and how it's shaping out. I can't be happier with that. I can't be happier with that. All right, so that's my progress on the crystal nibs and the sleeves. It's this device right here. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I forgot my iPhone is frozen back there. I can't use it to see another angle. But we talked about the smaller 3D printer and how it has smaller pixels. I don't think this definitely is not doable on the Form 4 from Formlabs, which I still have. Should I keep that device? The boss said I could keep it if I wanted to, but I'm like, boss, I don't know if I want to. Like, It's an awesome looking device. It looks great. I love it. It looks awesome sitting on the desk. I'm keeping the Cure machine no matter what. But the Form 4 would not be able to create this nib. It just wouldn't. The materials they use, I would have had this solved a long time ago if I could use their materials. But I can't. I had to go and create my own concoction that I got to work. Then it's working. I tested it all week. I didn't get this right to the 11th hour last night after 3 days of testing with the new machine. But the smaller machine is kicking butt. The smaller pixels from the smaller screen, oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know if you guys color grade footage or pictures or not, right? But when you like, if it doesn't serve a uses, then don't keep it. No doubt, Aaron. No doubt. And that's, that's my thing. I want it because it looks good, but there's not the settings aren't enough there. Unless I would have paid an extra $2,500 to get even more settings. Like, I don't know if it's worth it. Would you pay $3,000 for something that just looks good? Does that work? Anyway, what was I responding to here? For some reason, I thought Clear TPU was easy to print with. No, Clear TPU is not easy to print with. It's notoriously tough. A request, please call this a tenacious nib. I'm going to call it a tenacious nib, Jay. You just named it. It is tenacious. It's tenacious, all right. I would truly be amazed if I mean, you can sell that Form 4 for a pretty penny. If the smaller one does the job better, though. Yeah. Aaron said, yes, I would. I almost want to keep it just to make videos on. You know what I mean? I almost want to keep it just. But no one in the real 3D printing hobby space respects Formlabs with the Form 4. And I don't know why. The pixels aren't small enough for me on that device for the nibs, but maybe it's good for the case I want to create. Maybe it's good for this Manta spine. Maybe it's good for. I don't think it'll be good for the tech feet either. Tech feet are pretty small, and I don't think this thing can do small well. You know what I mean? It does nice sized items really well, but really small, I don't know. Not at the small level that I need. Not at the level that I need, though. Wow. Okay. Wow. We've already almost been an hour. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Oh, actually, you know what, Jay? What were we talking about? Jay wanted to talk about the Tab Ultra C. The Tab Ultra C Pro. If you can make money making content with it, then keep it. That's the thing. I don't make money from the content. The money I make is from people. The money I make is from people wanting to consult or because I don't take. Oh, you know what? From advertising. From advertising. You know what? Yeah, you're right, Aaron. I could, if I put out videos of the Form 4, they do numbers. Because no individual consumer is making Form 4 content. None. Like the only Form 4 content you're gonna see on the interwebs, if it's not an unboxing, like people using it, the only videos of people actually using it on the internet are Form 4. Or they're resellers. Which, I mean, not the Form 4, or Form Labs, or Form Labs resellers. They make videos trying to sell the devices, right? Because they're resellers. But no one's using the device saying, this is the best practice. This is what you should use it for. This is what it's good at. This is what it's not good at. No one's doing that. No one. Then keep it and put out content. No doubt. Or will that printer be good on larger prints like a pen? Yes, this would be perfect for a pen, Aaron. Something like that. It would be perfect for a pen, like the phone case I want to make. It would be perfect for. And honestly, it's fast. It's fast. Like the Form 4 is dumb fast. It puts out prints at the same layer height as the Mars and the Saturn. Same layer height, it does it in half the time. So we're talking, the difference between an 8-hour print and a 4-hour print. You see what I'm saying? Like, or an hour and a half print and a 30-minute print. You see, it's just like, it cuts the time in at least half on prints. I don't know how it does it. It's fast, but it's loud too. This thing's loud. It feels like you're in a factory when you're running it. You know what I'm saying? You get the factory vibes. I'm in an industrial space when you hear this machine going. That's the vibes. Most of the ink creators don't use their tablets. LOL. Yeah, see the Form 4 as a production printer then, or it's a production printer for your needs, basically. You could be the plug, LOL. Let me know, Aaron. And you know what? And that's another thing I didn't think about too. I could probably make money making 3D prints for people with this Form 4. If I just said I had a Form 4 and I have resins, people would pay me to make prints for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even think about that. And the Form 4 is so easy to print on. It doesn't have enough options for me though, for me to want it for my projects. I want control, total and utter domination control. And you don't get that with the Formlabs unless you pay an extra $2,500. So maybe that happens. But I love the way the machine looks. Okay, I'm done talking about it. How long have I been talking about the Formlabs? I said this is a chill day. We're talking about the Form 4. All right, I'm gonna get back to the Form 4 actually. I'm gonna try to print. You know what, chat? Before I send it back, cause I got another week. And I got another 10 days with it before I have to make my mind up whether I'm sending it back or keeping it. And if it will print my tech feet well, if I can order their resin, get it here. If I can order their resin, I think that would be good for my tech feet. Get it here. Use that printer to print them, and it prints it flawlessly. We got a deal. And maybe I'll use it to try to print the Manta spine frame. It's not going to, you know what? No, I already got the bumper. I already got the perfect material for the bumper for the frame. But if it can print a durable, rigid frame that just won't bend, they got a deal. Yep, making money on this print on prints is what I meant exactly. Yep, I will pay you real American dollars for the Palmer 2 Pro case. Real American dollars. Well, listen, that Palmer 2 Pro case is coming. Bull crap you not. It is coming. And maybe the Form 4 will be a good machine to pump out, you know, production quality prints. Maybe I'll sell the Saturn, the bigger of the Elegoo's, because the smaller one I got to keep. It's the only one that's going to work for me with the nibs, with the nib sleeves. But the bigger one, you know, maybe I can get, it's not even working right now. The people who were supposed to be sending me the little motherboard for the heating coil never sent it. I'm like, why not just send me the email, bro? Send it to, I'm paying you. Like, what are we talking about? Like Jay said, real American dollars, bro. Real American dollars. What's going on? 10 more days, chat. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and order a couple more resins. I'm gonna order a couple more resins. Actually, I'm gonna see if the boss will okay me ordering more resins. I have a boss. She's mean. She's not mean. She's very cool. If the boss says it's okay, I'm gonna order some more resins, test it out for other projects that I have. You know what I can do? Oh my God. You know what I could do, Jay? What I can do is get a prototype of the I can go ahead and get model up a prototype for the Pro case. I can get that done in a couple of days and have a print out for that thing in like 3 or 4 days. I got 10 days. If I can get that done. Mr. Goodman, how's it going, brother? Good morning. We're talking about the Form 4, bro. Actually, Rod, after you validate your designs, I wonder if it would be cheaper to have JLC PCB or PCB wave, someone like that, produce them for you at scale. Yes, at scale for sure. Same with the nibs. I'm only doing the nibs until I get a proof of concept that I can take somewhere and say, hey, I made this thing. I'm selling it now. It's doing well, but I need backing to mass produce. So I'm going to do it myself until I get to the point to where orders become to the point where, okay, I need to mass produce. But yeah, so I think maybe the Form 4 will be nice to keep for that. I'm gonna go ahead and finalize those. Actually, what I'm gonna do today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the sketch designs up on Discord. And then after today, I'll finalize the design model and hopefully have a model to 3D print in like a couple of days. And if I can get I already know what resin I want to use from Formlabs because I've been thinking about it. If I can get the resin I want to use for that project from Formlabs, and get prints done and see if it'll work for that project, and then I'll keep the Form 4. Have you thought about Kickstarter? I have thought about Kickstarter, but I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would say for Kickstarter. Me looking at Kickstarter is like, what do people do Kickstarter for? Like, I don't even understand Kickstarter. I know people with an idea. I'm someone who's always thinking of bootstrapping, so I never think about programs like this. But I'll look into Kickstarter and see how that would help me because I don't know how Kickstarter would help me. Maybe with the mass production, it could help me. Maybe Kickstarter could have helped me buy the Form 4. I don't know. Or you know what? If it comes to me trying to, if I do like the Form 4 and comes time for me to buy a bigger one, that thing's too expensive for me to be able to afford. I would kickstart that. I would kickstart a campaign to say, okay, I'm making these things. I need to mass produce. I'm trying to get this machine up and going. But that thing's like $20,000, chat. That's too rich for my blood right there. Too rich for my blood. So I would need to kickstart if I were to do that. Oh, yeah. Or buy a bigger printer. Yeah. So that's the thing. So you're right. And I'm glad that we had this talk because I've never looked at Kickstarter as a viable option for me until Aaron just said that. I've thought about it. I even mentioned it to Amy one time, but I'm like, I don't even know how I would go about using it. So, but that is the perfect way. See if the VA has a business loan. I already have, bro. And they do. But the red tape you got to go through with the VA is just not worth it. I'd rather the time they want you to take to go through this, that, and the third, it's time I could have been making some stuff. And I'm like, nah. Like, make it easy for me. Like, it was easy for me to go and fight for this country. Make it easy for me to take advantage of the benefits. They don't make it easy. But Kickstarter makes it easy though. Why is Kickstarter harder for a veteran to do than a veteran business loan? Why is that? I don't know, but that's the reality we're living in. Kickstarter would be a way easier option for me than the VA, even though my affiliation with the country. Anyway, moving on. That's the VA though, bro. I have no faith in the VA. None. They failed so many of my comrades, it's ridiculous. My secret plan is to get Onyx to kickstart a 7.8-inch Carter, a 1300 EMR front light tablet, since you would need to capital up front for a screen. Yep, with eInk. Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, I never thought about it, but thanks for the idea, guys. I will look at Kickstarter. Once I get the nib solidified and going, at least I can go to Kickstarter and say, hey, people of Kickstarter, I come in peace. I bring nib sleeves and ceramic nibs. People like them. I love them. Some people actually love them too. Could you? I want to mass produce these. You guys want to back this program to mass produce these things so I can make them and share them with the world? I would use the money to buy Form 4L, 2 of them, and then hire people to run them because they're easy to run. That's my manufacturing. I want a building. You know, if I did Kickstarter, what I would do is my Kickstarter funds would be this. I'm telling y'all my Kickstarter plan right now. So this will be my Kickstarter plan. My Kickstarter plan, I'm making this. I want to make a production line to make them and other things because I just don't want to make nibs. I want a design company. Pixel Orange is going to be a design company. So I want a building. If I did Kickstarter, the Kickstarter would be for the building and the machines to put in said building to make these things go. That would be my Kickstarter plan. Because I definitely don't have that kind of money. So Yeah, that would be my Kickstarter plan. You know what? After I get these nibs kicked off and on the and get the Pixel Orange site up and going, I'm starting that Kickstarter. The Kickstarter will be for the building. I feel like you can make this yourself, and that makes one of us. I can fly on Thursdays. Pay me in J Nibs. LOL. No doubt. Yeah, I want a building. So if I did the Kickstarter, it would be to fund a building, to fund me making a factory of 3D printers and kilns, because y'all know I want to make my own ceramic. A kiln would be integral for that. Man, chat, thanks for the ideas, you guys. Man, listen, let's get the applause going for you guys, because you guys give me so many good ideas. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate you for hanging out with me on President's Day when everybody else is probably in bed. Everyone else is probably in bed, but you guys are hanging out with me, and I really appreciate it. All right, for anyone who's not a chat crew, consider liking, because I assume all the chat crews already liked off the rip. Consider subscribing. We do this Monday through Friday, rants about tech, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. Talk about tech news, talk about eInk news, talk about random stuff throughout the day. Or that happens to me throughout the day, that is. Like right now, we're talking about 3D printing. But I made a Maker channel for that. I should be talking about this on the Maker channel. What am I doing? Would you consider starting a Maker space in Philly for this stuff? That's what it would be. That's exactly what it would be. Pixel Orange is going to be that kind of space where I'm just going to have tools for people to use. I'm going to be creating, but I want it to be a space to invite people, to have people. It's also going to be a one-wheel meetup spot. So and it's also going to be a display for eInk devices. So people who are visiting Philadelphia, if you want to see the latest eInk has to offer, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. Tomorrow you got to talk about Jay's question. Would you consider starting a makerspace in Philly for this stuff? Yeah. Tomorrow we'll talk about, and the Tab Ultra C Pro we got to get to. I really do think that's interesting though, Jay. What they're doing with the ghosting on that. I'm gonna have to go look at me some videos though to get caught up on that, because I saw the Discord conversation, but I wasn't up on what was actually happening. So I'm gonna have to go get caught up. But we'll definitely do that. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Rants About Tech, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. Appreciate chat crew for being here. Appreciate you, Jay. We got Aaron. We got Mr. Larry Goodman came in today. We got Rob. We got SeeInk. We got Oz came in today too. What's up, Oz? Thanks everyone for being here. I will see you all here tomorrow, and we'll talk more about my accomplishments. Hopefully, I can have a black nib to show tomorrow. Listen, we're getting this done. All right, everybody. Peace.